Hello everyone, my name is NewGuy84, and this is my detailed explanation on how to solo the quest for the Golden Trophy. Quick disclaimer, I did already make a how to double shot tutorial, but just in case you haven't watched that, I'll give you a quick demonstration. Just all you want to do is, while you're pulling back on the bow, instead of just firing once like this, click your trigger twice on the way back. Not at the end, necessarily, because that doesn't really work. But just on the way back, click 2 times, and try and keep your bow on as straight of a line of motion as possible. And, yeah, back to the video. Alright, so when you load into the quest for the Golden Trophy, you will see that you have a variety of weapons. You can choose a bow, which is the weapon that I will be making this tutorial for, or you can choose a sword and a shield. These can be good, and they're very good for if you're not good with aiming, just slicing and chopping from close range. But do be careful if you're using 2 swords. Make sure to try and jump over the goblins as much as you can, or jump into hitting them. Because if you just walk up to them, there's a good chance that you will die. Because if they get into a too close of a vicinity, they will swing their sword and kill you. So yeah, let's move on to this first level, and I'll show you what to do. Alright, so when you load into this first level, you would see that you're greeted with a ominous hallway with barrels and crates. Once you walk past this first curtain with the sword next to it, there will be a goblin spawning on the left and right. One behind the crates and one in front of the crates. I'll show you that right now. As you can see, one spawns in front of the crates. Just take them out like that. And one spawns behind, right here. Take them out like that. Alright, so once you've killed these 2 goblins, you will see that you are now greeted with a downhill slope. Once you pass this table, there will be 4 goblins spawning in the slope, 2 in the very back and 2 on the right and left of the very front. Just take them out as shown. As you can see, one on the right, one on the left, and 2 of them spawning in the back. Now once you take those out, you will see that there is going to be 2 spawning on the right and 2 spawning on the left. Take them out as shown. Okay, once you kill the 2 on the right and the 2 on the left, you will see that there's nothing left spawning. The level must be over. Well, nope. Once you pass these curtains, 2 will spawn on the right and 1 will spawn on the left. And then once you kill all 3 of those, 2 will spawn on the right and 2 will spawn on the left. I'll show you that right now. Just stand on this crate if you want to be extra careful. Kill the 2 that spawn on that side. Kill this one. And then, as you can see, 2 spawn on the right and 2 spawn on the left. Just take them out as shown, and the first level will be yours. Alright, so when you come into the second level, you will notice you're also greeted by an ominous hallway with curtains, buckets, and barrels. Sorry, crates and barrels. When you walk past this 5th locker, there will be 2 things that we have to call flyers spawning on the right and left. What flyers do is they will shoot slow yellow projectiles at you, and you can just dodge them because, you know, they're very slow. If you keep moving, you should not get hit. So, yeah, I'll show you that right now. Okay, so as you can see, when we cross this 5th locker, these 2 will spawn. As you can see, they shoot pretty slow. You can just kind of move out of the way. Then you just want to take them out as shown. Okay, so once you pass this stone wall, there will be 1 flyer spawning up here, 2 flyers spawning in there, and 1 flyer spawning back here. What I recommend is coming back here, taking out this guy, because he can catch you off guard, and then proceeding to take out the 2 that spawn in there, and the 1 that spawns up here. And then you'll be good to go. Okay, after killing all of them, you will come up to this uphill slope. Once you come up to past this curtain, I'm pretty sure, there will be 2 flyers that spawn behind this curtain. Just take them out as so. Easy as that. Okay, so this is where it starts to get tricky. When you first walk into this room, there's going to be 2 grounders spawning right in this little crevice. A flyer spawning right there, up top. Another grounder spawning in there, and 1 more flyer spawning in that corner. Once you take out all of them, there will be 2 grounders in there, 2 flyers in there, a grounder spawning there, and a flyer spawning over here and over here. Once you take out all of them but one, there'll be 2 flyers spawning back here, 2 grounders spawning in there, 2 grounders spawning over here, and a flyer over there. We'll show you that right now. So as you first walk in, there'll be 2 grounders, a flyer over here, flyer over here, the grounder. After you kill them, there'll be a grounder right there, a flyer right here, and 2 grounders spawning in this corner, 2 flyers as well. Once you kill all but one, there'll be 2 goblins spawning in this little crevice, a flyer in this corner, 2 goblins, a flyer over here, and 2 flyers over here in the back. And then once you finish killing these guys, the level will be completed. And now you can have yourself heading on to the 3rd level. Alright, so when you load into the 3rd act, you'll notice that you're greeted by this very ominous downhill slope. So, they got a little mad at me, so they're not going to show up. But once you pass about right where I'm standing, there will be 6 grounders spawning down there. Of course, there's a boulder that usually will be right here, which I just knocked down and killed every single one. So, now moving on to the 2nd room. Alright, so once we move into the 2nd room, you'll notice that it's pretty empty, so there's nothing spawning. Well, that's okay, because if we're going for the solo, what you're gonna want to do, and I'm aiming this tutorial towards VR players, by the way. That's why I'm also promoting the double shot. All I want to do is walk over here, and just walk forwards in real life, do a 90-degree motion, walk backwards in real life, and then you'll be down here. Now, once you get down here, you can't just walk over here, because you have to continue exploring. So what you gotta do is you gotta walk over here, past this line, and then 6 grounders will spawn over here. What I'm gonna do is take them out, and now moving on to the 4th act. Alright, so this right here is the 4th act. There's a lot of lava, there's a lot of fun to be had. So, once you walk down here, there will be about 6 grounders spawning in the right area. Once you kill all 6 of those, there will be 2 spawning on the left bridge, the right bridge, and the middle bridge. Once you destroy those 6, there will be 4 flyers spawning on the lava, and there will be 3 grounders spawning. 2 on the left side, and 1 on the middle side. Sorry for the long explanation, by the way. This level all kind of happens at once, so you'll see me do it. After you kill all of them, there'll be 3 more flyers spawning in the lava in random locations, and 2 grounders spawning on this side, and 1 on this side. And then, this is really long. After you kill all of them, there'll be a barrel, which I'll explain to you what a barrel is, spawning right here, and a barrel spawning over there. Then finally, after you do that, there'll be 4 flyers spawning over there, 2 grounders on each side, 1 grounder in the middle, and a barrel spawning right here. And real quick before I progress, just know this level can be pretty tricky, so just watch me do it, and maybe I'll get the hang of it. Okay, so real quick before I continue, I gotta tell you what a barrel is. So a barrel is a big, barrel, and what he'll do is he'll swing his axe down, and he will lunge forward. One of the ways to dodge him is simply, once he puts his axe down, just move to the left, or right, because he can't swivel during movement. The only way to hurt him is by hitting him in the back, because there's a giant target on his back, which you'll see, and that's his only weak point. So, I'll show you that and the rest of the level right now. As you can see, these 6 will spawn over here. Kill them. 2 will spawn on this side. 2 will spawn over here. And 2 will spawn up here. Once you kill them, you'll get your 4 flyers. And you'll get your 2 grounders, I guess. I guess that is a random one. After you kill them, you'll get your 2 grounders over here. Your 1 grounder over here. Dang. And you'll get your 1 of your 3 flyers. Now we got the bear guys. As you'll see, once they're about to swing, you can just move to the right or left, because they can't swivel them there. All you gotta do Just hit him 5 times in the back. Finally, I have your last barrel. 2 grounders spawning on each side. And wind off with 3 flyers in the lava. And that is the 4th act. Alright, so when you first head into the 5th act, you'll notice there's 2 ways you can go. You can go left, you can go right. Well, I'm going to tell you which way you should go, and what's the better option. So, I'd recommend, if you're just learning a double shot at first, to go left. Because when you go left, there will be, starting off with 4 regular green grounders. Once you kill them, you'll be introduced to a new enemy called a red grounder. They take 4 hits to kill, and once you shoot them once, they don't fall over. They just keep trucking at you. Once you kill those 2 that spawn up front, which you'll see, there will be 2 spawning behind you, and 3 grounders, regular ones, spawning in front of you. On the other side, once you go in there, if you choose to, there will be 2 grounders spawning, and there'll be 2 flyers spawning. Once you go into the room, after killing them, I would recommend, there will be something we call a red flyer, which in my opinion is the hardest enemy. What they do is they shoot 5 fireballs, like in this motion. So be careful of that, and I'll show you it all right now. So as I said, I recommend going left. And when you first come in here, there'll be 4 grounders spawning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you kill them, there'll be 2 red grounders spawning over here. 4 take them out. And then there'll be 2 red grounders spawning over here. And 3 spawning over there. Now, I did forget to mention, 3 green grounders will spawn as you pass this candle. Be careful of that. Now, once you walk in this room, you'll see those flyers, which I'll show you either way. But if you really want to, you can just shoot them from over here. You do not have to actually go in the room. It's a little hard if you cannot shoot long aim, which apparently I cannot. But, sorry, long range. But it'll be worth it, because you don't have to fight these guys. Which, as you can see, they shoot tons of bullets in a horizontal pattern. Takes 4 hits to take them out, and then another one will spawn over here once you kill that one. And that's the... Now, this next part, I'll explain right now, because it is the hardest part we've seen so far. Okay, so once you go past this barrel, this, whatever it's called, grate, there'll be 3 red grounders spawning on the bottom, and 3 red flyers spawning. Once you kill all of them, except for 1 red flyer, there will be 2 green grounders randomly spawning, 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 2 on the left, or 2 on the right. Once you kill both of them, 2 more red flyers will spawn. Show you that right now. Once you kill all but 1, these 2 will spawn. And then you end off with your 2 red grounders. And that's your level. Now we're moving on to the 6th act, which in my opinion is the first one that I actually have a little bit of trouble on. Alright, so when you first spawn into the 6th act, you will notice that there'll be 2 red flyers waiting for you on the stage. Once you kill them, there'll be 4 red grounders spawning on that stage. And then I recommend you backing up, because they will come at you pretty fast. As you'll see, after killing those 4, there will be 2 green flyers spawning on the right side, and randomly 4 green grounders and 2 red grounders. Once you kill all of them, there'll be 2 red grounders spawning in this room we're in right now, and 2 red grounders spawning all the way at the end of this hallway. After you kill them, there'll be these new enemies, which are the red barrels. Instead of just lunging at you, they will start spinning after they do their axe chop. And then after you kill both of them, there'll be one more barrel guy spawning, and 2 red flyers, 3 red grounders, and 2 green grounders spawning, all randomly. And we'll show you that right now. As you can see, these guys will be waiting for you. Just take them out as shown. Whoopsies. Now I get these 4. Much pretty fast, be careful. And then we'll get these 4 spawning. And wind it off with this other guy spawning over here, so only. And then we'll get these 4 spawning. Just kill them as shown. And then we have our new enemies, the barrels, which once they swing, then we'll go into circular motion. I'll show you that right now. Check them out with 8 arrows, I'm pretty sure. Then I'll end it off with this wave. I recommend going in here for soloing. I'd recommend waiting for him to swing and then getting out of there, because he can end your run if you get stuck with him. This guy right here, and then just finish him off after killing everything else. And that's just act. Now you move on to the 7th, and in my opinion, the easier of the 6. Alright, so when you spawn into the 7th, you'll notice that there's a tiny little slope, and then there's a right turn. Once you pass this little bridge looking thing right here, there will be 2 red grounders and 2 green flyers up top. Once you kill all of them, there will be 2 green grounders spawning below you. And then you progress into another room, which there'll be a total of 6 green grounders and 5 green flyers spawning randomly in the next room or the room you're in the left corner, which you'll see. And then after that, you'll go into another room, which there'll be 2 green flyers spawning after 1 red flyer, which is already there. And then you'll turn around, kill 3 green flyers, and then there'll be 2 green grounders and 2 green flyers spawning randomly. After you kill them, you'll walk in another room, but be careful, because behind you there was spawned a red grounder. Be careful of him. Just kidding. He cannot hit you if you're in the hallway. After you progress through this tiny hallway, there will be a barrel guy. I'd recommend just getting behind him, as you will see, and then finishing him off. And then we'll end off going into another room with 3 red grounders, 2 red flyers. Once you kill one of the red flyers, another one will spawn though, so be careful. And yeah, real quick before I continue, there is a randomized spawn, which can, once you're about to leave the hallway, there will be 1 red grounder, 2 green grounders behind you, and then once you kill one of those green grounders, another red grounder will spawn in front of you. We'll show you all that right now. Also, don't worry about the long explanation. It's not that bad. You'll learn as you see me do it. As you'll see now, we'll have all our grounders. And our flyers. We'll have our red flyer. Then our 2 green ones. And behind us, be careful. These 3 green grounders. And then randomly, 2 green flyers and 2 green grounders. And then, as I'll show you, walk into this hallway, and you will find that a red grounder will spawn behind you. But be careful, because he can't get you. He just gets stuck there. And then, there is a barrel. But don't worry. What I recommend is just getting behind him, and then once he does his thing, kill him as shown. Now, let's see if we get these random spawns. We do. So there'll be 1 red grounder spawning right there, and 2 green grounders. Let's kill both them. Another red grounder will spawn. Just take him out as shown. Okay. Once you walk out of this hallway, you will find that there's 3 grounders over there, and then there'll be a red flyer spawning. There'll be 2 spawning randomly on either side. And then after you kill one of the red flyers, another one will spawn on top of the one that was already there. We'll show you that right now. After you kill him, another one spawning. Just take him out, and then you kill this last one. And now moving on to the 8th and the hardest act. Alright, so when you spawn in this room, you will find that once you pass here, there'll be a ton of grounders spawning all the way on the other side. What those grounders will do is they will just, they'll spawn on this little bridge, which I'll show you, and then they will come around and try and kill you. They already spawned for me, and after that, we should be good now. There will be, after you kill all of them, there will be a ton of more grounders coming, both red and green. And then once you kill them, there'll be one red flyer, or 2 red flyers, and 2 green flyers spawning randomly. I'll show you all that right now. As you can see, let's kill them. There'll be they all spawn on the left side, I see. Basically, let me explain it to you real quick, this whole level, while this guy's alive. So, there'll be 4 green grounders and 1 green flyers, and 1 red grounder spawning over here, coming down. You can just kill them from over there if you want. And to kill them, there'll be a variety of grounders spawning in this place, and up there. Once you kill all them, there'll be 2 red flyers and 2 red grounders spawning randomly over here or over here. Once you take out them, there'll be 4 red grounders spawning randomly over here, over here. They can either all 4 spawn in the same place, or 2 spawn over here, or 2 spawn over there. After you kill them, there'll be 2 red bell dudes, one spawning up here, one spawning over here. Once you kill them, there'll be 1 red flyer and 1 green barrel spawning over here, and there'll be 1 red flyer spawning up here. Take out the flyers first because they are the biggest threat. And then what I recommend is getting this guy mad at you, going up here, and then just finishing him off. Because he's not very smart. After you kill these guys, there will be a ton of different people spawning in this whole area. There will be 2 green grounders, 3 red grounders, 2 red flyers, and 2 barrel guys. Just take him out as shown. Sorry, I mean 1 barrel guy. And then finish it off by taking out this guy. I'd recommend staying up here from the majority of the level. And now move on to the boss. Finally, now I've made it to the end of this run. We've tried so hard, and we have a little bit more now. And frankly, it's the hardest part. We have the boss. Now, once you walk past these 2 bots, the boss will spawn. He's big, shoots fireballs when he gets too close. He does the little axe thing. So, what I usually do is just walk up on him, go in circles, and finish him off like this. But I'm going to teach you the easy way, which you'll see right now. As you can see, walk past these pots, and he will spawn. He's big, he's bag, and he is deadly. Be careful. He will end your run if you are not looking out for his fireballs. Peekaboo. Then shoot it once, and then go through. And then the strategy for this boss is to sit in this corner and wait for him to turn all the way around. Be careful, sometimes he will see you. All I gotta do is duck. From turn around all the way like this. And then shoot him in the back as many times as you can. Be careful, stuff will spawn. These barrels can't hurt you, don't worry. Just shoot him as many times as you can whenever you get the chance to. Try and kill most of these enemies as you can. if you see barrels, I'd recommend just baiting them and turning around. I'd recommend waiting for and before all the enemies are dead to continue your run. That should be all of them. Now you can get back here. Wait for them to turn around. And that is the boss. Congrats. You have successfully completed the quest for the golden trophy. Ooh, tokens. Alright guys, that was the end of the video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you would like to see more of this content. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.